Hello everyone, this is Gianna and today I'm going to be talking about miseducation and critical pedagogy. So we're going to start off first with the question, is our English class diverse enough? And then we're going to be going through 4 sources that I have looked at, and then we're going to be closing off with what can we do and what we will do as a class. So first, are we diverse enough? Our class has a diversity in race, gender, class, wealth, and culture. But what about our classwork, what we actually do in the classroom? So we're going to be doing a little activity where I have a list of books and we're going to put them into columns of overused versus never heard of. And we're going to see the difference. And then once we do that, we're moving on to the next slide where it's a bunch of quotes from some sources I have looked at, and I will read them off to you. If we want to ensure that all kids benefit from the way that we choose to do school, we must realize that culture is not naturally occurring. We make it, or it is thrust upon us. This is by Miner. And then the next quote is, being anti-racist and anti-discriminatory means being mindful of how some students are favored over others in school policies and practices, such as the curriculum, choice of materials. This is by Nieto and Bode. And then the 6 facets of understanding, which include explanation, interpretation, application, perspective, empathy, and self-knowledge. This is by Understanding by Design, pages 82 through 101. And then the last quote provides a range of options for assessing, using, and engaging learning materials, explicitly acknowledging that no one option will work for all of our students. This is by Special Education in a Contemporary Society, page 28. So, what can we do as a class? We can celebrate and we can discover. So firstly, we're going to do an assignment called Who Am I Really? And then we're going to find a book or a writing that represents your culture, is about your culture, or is from your culture. So to start off, this is the Who Am I Really assignment. The directions are as followed. Write a personal narrative about your own culture. Touch on points beyond your race and ethnicity, such as how has your gender affected you? What are your traditions? What is your family like? And below is an example narrative. Moving on to discover text. The directions are, after completing the Who Am I Really assignment, find a book or writing that represents your culture, is about your culture, or is from your culture. Create a physical poster that shows the text you chose as a representation of you and your culture. Include visuals, quotes from the text, or if the text is short enough, you can add the entire piece and make a short reflection. You will be presenting your chosen text to the class in a gallery walk. So this is the example. The writing chose is a poem by Sylvia Plath called Mushrooms. And then this is the poster that this student made. On the right is the poem as a whole. The student included the entire poem. And then on the left, they have their short reflection, some images to show what the poem represents, and then their name and the class. And now this is the rubric. The students will be graded on a scale from 4 to 0, where the criteria are creativity, insightfulness, and relevance. So to get a 4 is above all expectations of creativity that is showed or attempted. They fully understood the text and analyzed both figuratively and logically, and the chosen text is relevant to the assignment and deep underlying connection is shown. And to get further down the line, the student does less and less of this, and then all the way down to a 0, where no creativity is showed or attempted, it is not analyzed on a deeper perspective, and the text is misunderstood, where the chosen text is not relevant to the assignment at all. And these are my resources. Thank you all for listening.